Yeah, nothing, I mean, this is a beautiful thing, like nothing externally is going to solve something that's awry internally. You get the internal right, and then the external turns up the way that you want as a result of the internal being right. Mm-hmm. You may have a situation where you get the external and the internal's off, and because you got the external, like, you started to feel better, you started to do all of this, but that shit's fleeting. Because inevitably, that external, whatever it is, that shit fades. Like, everything that we're in is gonna die, period. Mm-hmm. That's just a fact.
This is fucking life, baby. Things happen within the game that, you know, you don't expect. At the end of the day, the awesome thing is that we get to play.
What's up, familia? My name's Ian Rollin Berry. I went from food stamps to building a multi-million-dollar company. What actually allowed for this had nothing to do with business strategy. It was how I was operating. Welcome to the channel where I document my life, my work, and the internal frames up here that create the external results you see outside. This is the journey. Long day today. Usually Tuesdays are like my call days, so I do my deep work in the morning, and then I try to bang out all my calls. But today's a little different because we had to shift some calls. First, headed out to my trainer. I'm gonna bang in some work there, some mobility stuff, some really cool stuff you guys are gonna get to see. And then we're gonna head over to RDV. But usually I'll take my calls, a couple of them on the treadie over there, get some additional work in, finish some other gym stuff, and then the rest is a surprise, you'll see.
But yeah, she's got great stuff. Speaking of Katie Clark, Katie, if you're watching this, shout out. I can resonate with her because she goes, like I said, pretty esoteric or spiritual, and I can that doesn't trigger me, it doesn't cause me to go X, Y, Z, because I'm pretty flexible with how that resonates with me. But I do know that for some people, the way that that message is delivered speaks to a type of frame that is completely unfamiliar to them, and that might, it might be too intangible.
Yeah.
But ultimately the dope thing is about what it is we live in is that so many people speak to inevitably, which can get you to the end result in so many different ways. You just kind of find the frame that resonates with you, assuming that the message is sound, and just rock with that, you know what I mean? Mobility and functional training is something I hadn't done in forever. And I was like, I've got to institute something that gets me into a different frame so that longevity-wise, I have that ability when I'm, 85 years old to be out there sprinting with my motherfucking grandkids, you know what I'm saying? So, that's the move, that's why we're here, and we're about to get it in. I'm always trying to be active. I highly recommend finding ways to get activity into your work day, and there's honestly a lot of ways that we can do it, no excuses put in there, that even if you have a standing desk, getting a treadmill underneath it so that you're not just standing. I mean, there's plenty of things that are walking pack. There's plenty of things that can be done in that regard. You just gotta have the desire to want to do it.
We're gonna do the voodoo after this and see if it's a little bit better. Does that make sense? Tell me about the Mighty Ducks.
It's a dope hat, man. It's really just a dope hat. Simple as that.
How would you rate the pain?
Mobility is an attribute that you have to have, and it starts at the joint segments and then it works its way out to the rest of the body. So for a knee to be mobile, it needs to express its full range of motion without assistance from anywhere else. No ankle, no hip, just the knee. Stretching is a start, but it's not the end. It's not the end goal. The end goal is a joint that can move without help from anything else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop it. Good, rest and recover. Nice, good job.
So my client right now is blowing me up with a shitstorm. So
Oh man.
Just texting you?
dude, blowing me up.
What are we working towards?
So his evaluation came with quite a few issues segmenting lumbar spine, which just meant he can't really move his spine. He had to move his hips to move his spine, and he had previously injured himself watching a YouTube video and trying something on himself.
Factual statements.
He didn't know how to apply the concepts of what he needed, so we've been working towards getting him back to a place where he can lift and do all the things he likes to do in the gym, because that's his expression of joy and mental health, in a way that's not going to cause him to further injure himself in the long term. That's where we're at with him right now, is trying to get him back there, and right now we're really concentrating on getting his low back stronger, and as you saw probably earlier, getting his hips to abduct better, which is to be able to open up with control without adding from anywhere else. So that's our ultimate goal.
Jesse's no bullshit. I went to people before that were doing the work, and they were okay, but like their program wasn't the way Jesse is intentional. I felt like they were more like, yeah, we'll plug you up and we'll see how progress goes. Like Jesse's just kind of like straight to the point, so like I fuck with that, because like I don't have time for bullshit.
See why they call it double tricycle now? I did 30 of these earlier.
Some programs and ecosystems work well for me, others don't. You know, better way of putting that.
Yeah.
If I know something's wrong or something's off or what have you, I need to optimize, I will go do it. And I'll do whatever it takes to do that. That's just how I operate. What I had to get better at was becoming aware of where I was playing myself. And, you know, creating narratives or had rationales or just things I just wasn't even like remotely even aware of that were holding me back, or things I needed to work on. So I would say more so than anything else, to adjust the frame of that, it was more so, for me at least, self-awareness.
That has a lot of green.
Yeah, on deck. You know what I'm saying? Keep Costco, yo, what is it? Perro Family Farms? Like, y'all should be sponsoring the board, because I'm keeping y'all single-handedly in business. Trust and believe. I wake up every day ready to kill the day, with a objective of items saying, okay, well, I'm gonna get these high priority tasks done today, and then everything above and beyond that is like awesome. Is there days where, you know, shit gets haywire, like, you know, things are not as dotted as you would like them to be, inevitably. As long as you have an understanding of, okay, what's the highest priority task that I can get done today, and I'm operating from the frame of getting those particular tasks done, and they get done, then it's like, you're good there. I get fulfillment just out of being alive, period. I can breathe, I can go to the fucking gym and move my body. That enough in and of itself is like, I don't take that for granted. I mean, this is a beautiful thing, like nothing externally is going to solve something that's awry internally. Period. What happens is you get the internal right, and then the external turns up the way that you want as a result of the internal being right. You may have a situation where you get the external and the internal's off, and because you got the external, you started to feel better, you started to do all of this, but that shit's fleeting. Your dopamine hit might last, I don't know, a week, 10 weeks, a year, whatever it may be, but if it's tied to something that's external, partner, that shit ain't gonna last.